happy Thursday. I'm here today with my sister. This is Jaden. She's joining me to talk about some book news. So we're going to talk about some different things that have been announced fairly recently, like cover reveals, release dates, movie news, various other different topics, but we thought it'd be fun to kind of discuss our thoughts on each of these things. Most of them are probably going to be a negative thought.
Yeah, I'm a negative person. Very.
We're happy to talk about these, and we thought that we would let you guys know about some different new things that are happening around too, in case you hadn't heard about like different books coming out and different things like that. So we thought that that would be pretty fun, and we'll like be putting pictures in here too of the different things so you can also see it if you haven't seen these different things. Anything that you would like to introduce yourself?
I also have a booktube channel though that I recently rebooted. It's Jaden's Reading Corner. So you can check that out if you wanted to.
She just posted her first one, which is her April wrap-up. She reads a lot, like 30 books a month. So she doesn't talk about all of them in her wrap-up.
Yeah, I talk about my favorites, my least favorites, and then like the books that I reread in the month. And I'll probably keep doing that for the next
So just like the highlights. She reads a lot, mostly audiobooks.
I read everything. I read adult, young adult, all of that. My favorite genre is science fiction and contemporary at the moment.
Alright, well let's go ahead and get right into talking about the book news. So first off, we're going to start talking about some new release dates. The first one is one that has been making like a lot of big impressions in the book community about the Queen of Nothing release date getting moved up. That has been something I know a lot of people are really excited about. It wasn't scheduled to be out until January 2020, but now it has been moved up to November 19th of this year. So I know a lot of people are like super excited about that. Are you caught up with that series?
I haven't read Wicked King yet.
No. I'm caught up with the series up to this one, and I haven't been loving it like as much as everyone else loves it, but I do really like the series, and both of us were talking about it earlier about the Queen of Nothing, and I just don't really understand why they didn't stick with the format of the other titles. Like they have the Cruel Prince and then the Wicked King, so it's like an adjective.
Yeah.
And then a title, and then this one is like the title and then the adjective. I don't know why they didn't stay with the same format.
But also I kind of feel the same way that you do about the Cruel Prince, where it's like I like it, but I'm not like in love with it like everybody else is, but I really love like the whole like fae world of it. I love like that, how she creates that.
Yeah, that's basically the exact same way I feel about it. Yeah, I know I talked about it in my last video more, but like I don't love the book as a whole, but I do really like the way that she does her fairies, and like the fairy world is probably the best part of the book. I know a lot of people are really excited about that book getting moved up, but I don't know if I'll even pick it up like right as soon as it comes out, but maybe I'll be able to get an advanced copy of it at BA this year. I don't know. I think they've had advanced copies of the other two books, so maybe I'll be able to get my hands on one of those, because that'd be pretty cool.
I think I'm probably just gonna hold off my reread of The Cruel Prince until like November, since it's gonna, and then just read them all at the same time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The next book finally has a new release date, which is very exciting, and that is Blood Heir. I did get an arc of it earlier this year, and I started reading it, but I didn't finish it. So I'm very excited to get the opportunity to read it again. And that is supposed to come out the same day that The Queen of Nothing is coming out, and that's November 19th. Very excited to read it. Are you very excited to read it?
Yeah, I'm really happy that they are releasing it, because I was kind of worried that she was just going to completely cancel the whole thing, and I was really annoyed with the whole situation that happened.
I felt really bad for her.
Yeah. If you guys haven't heard about the situation, basically she was releasing this book. When was it supposed to come out?
It was supposed to come out in June this year.
It was supposed to come out in June, and then some early reviewer said something about how it was being a commentary on slavery in America, and that it was being racist, but the whole thing was drawn off of her experience of slavery, like, her culture of slavery in China. And so basically it was saying like that American culture is like more important than the Chinese history kind of thing. Like it doesn't matter that you had this experience or that your culture had this experience, but like you can't say that because our culture had a different experience.
Right.
And I was really annoyed with that, but people were really up in arms about it. Like people who hadn't read it, just hearing that and not knowing the authors saying like, this is happening in my culture, even today it's still happening. And so she pushed it back, and I was really upset about it. I wish she hadn't had to do that.
I read a portion of Blood Air. I really liked it, but I wanted to continue reading it on audiobook, so like I didn't finish it reading it physically because I knew that I was gonna like it. But and then I found out that they weren't gonna release it, and then I was like,
yeah. In her like announcement statement, she said that she set out to write a fantasy with parallels to modern day human trafficking, that she researched extensively on the subject in indentured labor around the world, specifically from her own heritage, which I believe is Chinese.
I think so.
And it became clear to me that the book was being read in a different cultural context from my own, so she took the time to make sure hallmarks of this global epidemic were being incisively drawn. And I think she was saying, too, in a different release, like maybe in her newsletter that she announced it, that she had more sensitivity readers and then read it, and then she made some minor changes to the way that things were worded or something like that, but I don't think she made any major changes to the story itself, because I think people ultimately, after hearing her side, kind of was like, oh, sorry. The next book is one that I was really excited to learn more about, and that's the new Sarah J. Maas series about Crescent City. And I got her newsletter and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited we finally have more information, because we've been hearing about this series for a while, and I know she's had it on her Pinterest board for like a really long time. Like,
and we both love adult books.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about you, but I all like adult books more than I like young adult.
Yeah, I do too. I read more YA, but I tend to enjoy the adult books I read more. But yeah, we both love Sarah J. Maas and her series that she's had so far. So I was really excited to see, like, because both of the ones that she has out right now have been kind of around for a while. So I was excited to see like what she does, like having a new start with something, how that was. But yeah, then we got this whole, there's a picture here, this whole thing about House of
Earth and Blood.
So we got the title and the release date, and so it's going to be called House of Earth and Blood, and then the series is Crescent City, and it's going to be released on January 28th, 2020. And my.
Yeah. First of all, the name is just stupid. Oh wait, House of Earth and Blood and Crescent City, they don't go together at all. House of Earth and Blood, first of all, seems more like a series name than anything, but they have no connection with each other, and then also like the synopsis of it, like
they don't
I don't understand where House of Earth and Blood comes into the synopsis.
It doesn't even sound like the same kind of vibe. Crescent City.
It sounds like two different books.
House of Earth and Blood. I was wishing that she did something different, because she has this Court of Thorns and Roses, and it's like a blank of blank and blank, you know, a court of blank and blank, all of them. And I'm like, why did she just do that same thing again with this new series? I just don't. I wish the book was just called Crescent City, and then it had like. Yeah,
I think so too.
I wish it had some different, like, it could have been like the name of the planet that they're on or something like that is the name of the series, and then Crescent City is the first book.
Or the series just could have been called Crescent City. Because, like, Throne of Glass is just Throne of Glass, and Court of Thorns and Roses is just Court of Thorns and Roses. So, like, you didn't have to.
Could have had some different name.
But House of Earth and Blood, or whatever it was, that sounds like a hard, like, fantasy series.
Yeah, it does.
And this is, like, I know it takes place on a different planet,
fantasy.
But it's straight up an urban fantasy. Like, it's not a fantasy.
Yeah, so then we got the whole, the full synopsis of the book, too. So it's about a half-fae, half-human girl named Bryce Quinlan, and basically she's like a party girl on this moon city, and she's like a partier, and then there's some sort of murders happening on the planet that like upset her, or somehow involve her to where it's like traumatizing, and then she has to have this bodyguard named, what is his name?
Oh, it's something stupid. It's, what is it?
Hunt.
Oh, yeah, it's
Where is it? Hunt Athalar.
Yeah, Hunt Athalar.
Hunt Athalar and Bryce Quinlan.
Yeah.
And so then they hate each
our
other.
OTP.
Yeah. Bryce and Hunt.
Bryce and Hunt.
Yeah.
Athalar.
Yeah, it's like the worst thing ever. So yeah, so she gets this bodyguard, and then it's like enemies to lovers is what I'm assuming it happens, because they like hate each other and all this stuff, and it sounds like the stupidest thing ever. It says, then they're trying to solve the murders is basically what I get from the synopsis, and I just don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, am I going to read it? Yeah.
I'm going to read it, obviously. Even, I'm more leaning towards, like, I'm not even going to like it, like, I'm just going to hate read it. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like, I don't even think I'm going to enjoy it, but I just, like, want to hate read it.
Yeah, I just really don't know with this synopsis here. I think it's going to suck. But I was saying, like, when it came out, I'm like, I think it's gonna suck, but just watch it be my favorite book of 2020. Like, who knows? But it sounds terrible.
Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be just as awful as it sounds.
Just as awful as it is.
Because, like, Throne of Glass, when I first heard about it, I was like, this sounds amazing. And Court of Thorns and Roses, I was like, oh, this is amazing. But this sounds stupid.
I wonder if it's gonna be the one, like, one of the books, like, because Sarah J. Maas has such a way of, like, just, like, sucking you into the story where it's, like, you have to keep reading it. And I almost wonder if it's going to be like the way that I felt about the Bronze Horseman, where I absolutely hated it, but I could not put it down.
Probably.
And because I hated the Bronze Horseman series, but I like could not put them down, and I just was like flying through them. And so I wonder if it's going to be a similar type situation where I hate it, and it's going to be like a 2-star book, but I have to read the whole series.
And the city that they live at is not called Crescent City. That's just the nickname of it. It's called
so stupid.
It's called Luithion. Lunatheon. That sounds stupid. Why isn't it just called Crescent City?
Yeah.
Why is that a nickname?
I don't understand it either, because I think it's like she's trying to make it sound more fantasy, is what
Probably.
I think this whole thing is.
Well, we were talking about it earlier, and I was like, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be like, Crescent City is just gonna be like LA or like New York, but just with a different name.
Yeah, well,
but it's gonna be like exactly like, it's
she's
gonna
like
be exactly like a popular city or something.
Going out to like nightclubs and stuff too, and I'm like, that just doesn't, I don't know.
Yeah.
She's just like a party girl, so I have no idea how to feel about it. Then Josh Malerman announced that he's doing a sequel for Bird Box called Mallory, and I am so excited about this. So I really liked Bird Box. It was like 4 stars for me, like it wasn't like my favorite book of all time, but I really liked it. Yeah, so this is coming out I think on October 1st, and yeah, it comes out on October 1st, and I am really excited about it because it's going to be like later on. I think it takes place sometime after Bird Box takes place, and it's going to like, he said that he's going to give us like more answers about like what's happening in Bird Box, which I think was a lot of people's complaint, was like they didn't, I know that's not what you felt about it, but I've heard a lot of people say like, I wish we would have gotten some resolve at the end, like what's going on, and I think he said that he's going to be giving more information about like what's happening exactly, and I'm really excited to find out like just what was going on. So I'm really excited about the release of this book, and I really like the cover of it, but
the cover is really cool.
It doesn't match with Bird Box, but I think it's like so cool, and it really gives like off the whole vibe of the book.
Yeah.
I think.
I feel like that's more of like the Bird Box cover, and then this new book should be something different.
Yeah. Okay,
so like I liked Bird Box in a sense, but I also didn't like it that much. It was kind of just like, I started reading his new book. I've only read Bird Box, and then I started reading his new book, so I haven't read
Inspection.
Yeah. I haven't read anything else by him. I didn't finish Inspection. I'm not finishing it right now because there's like, in his books it seems like there's like some kind of disconnect for me that is just there that I don't know, I just don't really like his books. Because it's the same thing I was feeling like with Inspection. Like, there's just something that's just, like, missing there for me where I don't really like it.
Yeah, well, I'm really excited for Mallory, and I can't wait for...
I'll read it, though.
Huh?
I'll read it, though.
Yeah, I just want to know what's going on. Alright, so now into our cover reveals. We have, like, quite a bunch of covers here to talk about. So, there's been some really cool ones, and then some kind of sucky ones. But the first one that we wanted to talk about was Reveal Me by Tahira Mafi. She is coming out with a novella bind-up, which has the 2 Kenji novellas. So it includes Shadow Me, which came out earlier this year, and then it also includes the new novella called Find Me. And this cover is
stunning.
Beautiful. This is everything that I wanted, like, the Defy Me cover to be. I'm really bummed that... Okay, so the Shadow Me cover is really cool too, the orange. Have you seen that one?
The what cover? Oh, like, yeah, no, I saw that.
The Shadow Me one.
Yeah, I saw that one.
The Shadow Me cover and this Reveal Me cover is so cute. I wish that it would have been Restore Me, like the cover that it has. Then Defy Me would have been that orange cover that Shadow Me was. Shadow Me.
Shadow Me.
Shadow Me.
Shadow Me.
That, I wish that would have been Defy Me, and then I wish this would be whatever this third one is.
Yeah.
Because these covers are really cool, and I feel like the covers that we've been getting for the second sequel, or the second series, have been kind of lame.
But I still like that they're plain, though, and that they all have, like, a mute
I just wish that they were a little bit
feel.
more. I just think that the original trilogy had such cool different covers for each one. Like the eye was so different. Like the Ignite Me one had those like flowers and stuff like that. And I wish that the second trilogy would have something like that too, because I feel like with Restore Me and Define Me both, their covers are just kind of bland, especially comparing it to the Shadow Me cover and then the Reveal Me cover. Like these ones are so pretty, and I wish that they would be for the actual like book series, but I'm happy that this is the cover that we get for the print edition of the book.
It's stunning. It's gonna look so good on the shelf.
Yeah, it would be so pretty. And this comes out on October 8th. But yeah, I'm happy that this is the cover that we get for the print one, and this isn't just like an ebook cover.
Yeah. So the next book I'm super excited about is American Royals by Catherine McGee, who wrote the 1000th Floor series, which is awesome. It's like, you refer to like as like Gossip Girly, right?
Yeah, it's like a futuristic Gossip Girl.
But it's awesome. It's great. But I'm very excited for this book, and the cover I think is really cute.
Yeah, I love the cover. I love the background with like the cherries and the crowns and stuff. It's so cute. It adds like just such another dimension. I don't even know what this book is about.
So it's about like basically if America had a royal family, which I think is, first of all, why hasn't anybody wrote that before?
I'm sure somebody has, probably.
Probably, but like, especially now, like, everybody's, like, obsessed with, like, the royal family and stuff. Like, it's gonna be a huge seller.
Yeah.
Also, it's gonna be awesome. I think it's gonna be great. She always talks about, like, historical, like, she always talks about, like, past, like, monarchs and stuff in, like, Europe. And she has, like, a lot of information about that, and so I feel like she'll be able to create, like, a very, like, ingrained royal family system in America.
Yeah. Yeah, this sounds really good. I'm definitely gonna pick this one up, and I really love this cover a lot.
Oh, wow! Oh my god, this is beautiful!
The next cover is the sequel to Foundryside by Robert Jackson Bennett, and so this one is called Shorefall. And I haven't read Foundryside, have you? Okay, I'm really excited to read it. It's like one that has been like, I really want to pick this one up. I know a lot of people have been really liking it this year, and it sounds so good. It's like about a thief that has an impossible task.
I don't even know what it's about.
It's
just on my next to read.
It's about a thief that has an impossible task, I think, but it also has some sort of magical element. I don't really remember what it is, but this cover for Shorefall is so cool. It looks almost like it's glowing.
Yeah. It looks like a pirate, like, I don't know. I want to read Foundryside more now that I've seen this cover.
Yeah, this cover is so stinking cool. I love the color scheme so much. The purple and the blue, and then with those yellow pops, like, it just looks...
It looks great.
It looks so cool. And I really love the cover for Foundryside, too, how it has, like, that window, which this has that same kind of window thing. And I love that they, like, kept with that. And this comes out in January 2020.
And the spines are going to look so good.
Yeah, those spines are really cool. Yeah, so I'm really excited to read this one. And it comes out January 2020, so still have a while to wait for that one, but I'm really excited about it.
It's, like, on my next to read is
Foundryside. Even though I don't even have it or anything, I really want to read it.
Yeah. The next book that I want to talk about is the sequel to Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, and that is Starsight. And this book comes out November 5th, 2019. I don't like the cover. So I did not really like this original Skyward cover anyway, but I feel like this one is worse. I cannot wait to see what the UK cover looks like, because the UK Skyward is stunning, and so I really hope that Starsight looks beautiful. Yeah. But this is really ugly. And wait, who does this? It's Charlie Bowater, right? Yeah, it looks disgusting. I don't like it.
Right, because I really liked... Okay, I liked the Enchantment of Ravens cover, which Charlie Bowater did also, and then the Sorcery of Thorns, Charlie Bowater also did, and I really liked both of those. But I just don't know. I thought the first cover was fine,
but this is
and I thought the art was pretty, but I just didn't love it as a cover. Like, it didn't draw me in.
Right.
And I feel the same way about this one. Like, the art is fine to me. Like, if I saw her do this as, like, a print or something like that, I'd be like, well, that's cute, but I just don't know how I feel about it as a book cover. Exactly.
Yeah. And I feel like with Brandon Sanderson, all of his covers kind of have like a similar kind of feel to them, and then these don't.
I also think that the way that the text is on this page just looks like a piece of art that somebody just slapped some text on. Like, the text doesn't like work well with the art.
I agree.
And that's what I think why I didn't love the first one either, because I feel like the first one kind of had that same thing where the text doesn't go well with the art, and I feel like
it doesn't look like a book cover.
Yeah, it just looks like some art that somebody put words on.
Yeah.
And I think that text plays a big role in a book cover and how it works together.
Yeah.
Then we have like a rebranding kind of deal here with the Modern Fairy Tales by Holly Black, that series, and it has like, I don't remember even what the books are. Oh, Tithe, Valiant, and Ironside. So I haven't read any of these, but they rebranded it to make it look more cohesive with the Cruel Prince series, and I am really happy about it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I don't even know what the other covers looked like. Okay, yeah. Yeah, those are pretty gross. Okay, what I love is that they combined, like, all of the covers together to create, like, the one cover.
I didn't even notice that. That is oh my gosh, didn't even notice that at all. Yeah, so they have, like, the little butterfly thing and
they have the sword. I don't know about
the crown.
I don't know about the crown, but there's the butterfly and the sword there.
Yeah, that is really cool. And so this is a bind-up of all 3 of the books, too. So it's not just one of the books, it's the bind-up of all 3, which I really like, too, because I think they're like really small books. They're like really short, because I remember they're also really weirdly shaped too. They're like super short, like they're like really short and small. It's weird, but yeah, I'm really happy about this, and I pre-ordered it. I think it comes out in June, like beginning of June sometime. But yeah, I'm really excited about this one because I like the way that Holly Black writes her fairy books, and I'm happy that it matches kind of with the Cruel Prince books.
Yeah. The next book that we want to talk about is the sequel to Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. And that's called Children of Virtue and Vengeance. Mm-hmm. It comes out December 3rd. And what do you think about the cover? It's gross.
Yikes. Yeah. Okay, I loved the first cover.
Yeah, I did too.
Okay, like the first cover, when I saw it, I was like, okay, I want to pick up that book. Like, I loved the first cover. In this one, I don't know what it is about it, but I really don't like it at all.
It doesn't look good. It looks like a clown.
It looks like it's it.
I hated the book a lot. Significantly hated it a lot. It was really stupid. So I'm not gonna read this at all. Like, I'm not even gonna give it a shot. Usually, like, I'll give a book, even if I don't like it, like, I'll still continue with the series because I read everything.
I think, why I hate this cover is because on the original cover, she has very, like, animated kind of hair, or, like, it's more, like, I don't know what not animated.
It's like a drawing. It's not more realistic.
And then in the sequel cover, it's way more realistic, and I just don't like that. I wish they would have kept with the same kind of art style that they did in the first one, where it's a little bit more, like, not cartoony, but, like, more...
Yeah, not realistic. And it's not as realistic.
And
but also, like, the words are different, too. Like, it's the same kind of, like, font, but it's a different... It's like a 3D... It's like a 3D, though.
Yeah.
It's, like, all shaded and stuff. It's not... I don't know. It's the same font style, but it's just, like, a different...
they tried to make it pop a little bit more, the font. And I don't hate the font issue. Like, I mean, if the font would have been the same way on this cover, I think it would have been looking fine, like, on the original one. I just don't like the way that the girl looks on this picture, but it looks too much like a photo to me.
Yeah,
and I think that's why I don't like it, because I don't like photos of people on the cover of a book.
Yeah.
But I think, I mean, it's an amazing, like, it's so well done art, but I just hate people on the cover of my books if it's, like, a picture, and I feel like it's so well done that it just looks like a real person, and that's why I don't like it. If the placement of the face on the book, too, is just, like, in this weird spot.
Yeah, but, like,
where it's, like, just a head, like, right above the text.
And then, like, you don't see the rest of her body
you don't see the rest of her body.
It's just a floating head with all this hair.
A head just, like this.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
I just don't like that at all. I wish you could see better either her whole self.
Yeah.
Like, if you could see more details about her clothing and stuff down here, I feel like that would have been better than the floating head. But, okay, I don't know. I love the first cover, and I wish they would have kind of stuck to that same kind of style with, what's her name, Zelly?
I don't know.
I think her name is Zelly. I wish they would have stuck to the same kind of art style for the second book where it's a little bit less realistic. Okay, then the last of the cover reveals that we have to talk about is Supernova, which is the third book in the Renegade series by Marissa Meyer. And I love this cover too.
Yeah, this is my favorite cover of all the books, I think, because I honestly did not really like the Renegades cover, and Arch Enemies I kind of liked better, but this one is like, I feel like embodies the series.
Yes, I have really liked the other two covers too, but this one is my favorite also. I feel like it looks the most vibrant and like the most like comic-esque, which I really
it really looks
love.
Like it really looks like superhero-y.
Yeah, super
superhero-y.
Yeah. So I really like this cover a lot, and I'm really excited for this book. It comes out November 5th, but I have really been enjoying the series, and I'm really excited for the third one. Okay, so now we're going to talk about book movie news and book TV news. We got finally some news about the Looking for Alaska movie, but they changed it from being a movie into being a miniseries on Hulu, and I think it's going to be 8 episodes long, and I'm really excited that we finally get some news about this book, because I don't know, when did that go into pre-production?
I mean, it got... They said that they were going to turn it into a movie like 15 years ago. Yeah,
because it came out in 2005. The book did. So it must have been like soon after that they started optioning it for a movie, and we're just now finally getting an official casting, an official deal, and all this stuff. Because I remember they had some casting rumors for a while, like about people that were in the running to play Alaska and stuff, but nothing ever came out of it. But I'm so excited we finally get like a cast and stuff. We're just gonna talk about 2 of the casting people. So the one that's being played, or the one that's playing Miles, and then the one that's playing the one that's playing Miles Pudge. Pudge the one that's playing Pudge and the one that's playing Alaska. So the guy who's playing Pudge, his name is Charlie Plummer, and I haven't seen him in anything before. Have you?
He looks familiar, honestly, but I don't know.
Let me look him up.
Okay, I haven't seen him in anything.
I haven't seen him in anything, but his name is Charlie Plummer, and he looks like a really good Pudge type.
Yeah, I think he'll do a really good job. He, for real, gives me like River Phoenix vibes.
Yeah, he really does look like River Phoenix, but also he looks just awkward enough to be Pudge.
Yeah.
And that's why I like him, because Pudge is such like an awkward kind of gangly.
Yeah.
You know, he has long limbs and like super skinny kind of guy, and he looks like he'll play a perfect version of that.
I was really worried about who they were gonna pick, because although like Looking for Alaska is like really super bland, I feel like it's really hard to cast those characters.
Yeah, because they have very specific things about them that I think that it would be hard to embody, and I think this guy would be a really good person. I'm glad they didn't choose somebody that's like Ansel Elgort or something for this
that would
role.
have been disgusting.
Like, I'm happy that they went with somebody that like actually fit the role and not just somebody that like had popularity.
Yeah. And same thing with Alaska too.
Yeah, the girl who plays Alaska, her name is Christine Froseth, and I think she's like Swedish or Norwegian, some sort of Scandinavian, something like that. But she is really pretty, and
she looks like she's 5.
Yeah, but I don't know how long ago this picture was taken.
Oh, she was the girl in Sierra Burgess is a Loser.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
Oh. It was stupid. Don't watch it.
I heard that it sucked, so I didn't watch it.
But, okay, yeah, now that, because I saw that picture of her and I was like, I don't want her to play Alaska, because she looks like she's like 6. She looks very young.
Yeah,
but
I think this might be a little bit of an older picture of her, but this is like her headshot that she has on IMDb. But I think that she looks like she could be a good Alaska too, but I didn't see her acting. How was her acting in that movie?
I feel like now that I know that it was her, like, I feel like she'll be a good Alaska. Because she's kind of like a snot.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. Yeah, I feel like she'll be a good Alaska.
Yeah, I think like just her looks like something that I would cast somebody to play Alaska. So I'm happy with that casting.
I wasn't happy, and then until I found out that it was the girl from that movie, and then I was like, that makes sense.
Like 2 seconds ago.
Yeah. So the next thing that we're going to talk about is P.S. I Still Love You, which is the sequel to All the Boys I Loved Before movie. I love To All the Boys I Loved Before. Mm-hmm. But the thing is...
Wait, the book or the movie you love?
The movie.
Oh, okay.
Thing is... John Ambrose McLaren is the only worthwhile love interest in the whole series.
I agree.
I don't care what you have to say about that. It's true. And they decided to change him.
I'm really upset. So that's like the main thing is that obviously we already knew all the casting from the last movie.
Yeah.
Like most of the main characters are cast already. But John Ambrose McLaren doesn't really make an appearance until this movie.
Yeah.
And I was so excited. And I loved Jordan Burchett.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be a cute John Ambrose.
They just showed one clip of him at the very end. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited for him. He looked so adorable. He looked like exactly who I'd pick to play John Ambrose McLaren. Like, so cute.
Yeah. With the little dimples.
Yeah,
and he's just like a little so sweet, sweet boy that hangs out with his grandma. Like, that's John Ambrose McLaren. Not this dude with the earring. Like, they changed the actor from being this other dude to being Jordan Fisher. Yeah. And he has an earring. And I don't know how I feel about that. But also, like, they already showed John Ambrose in the first movie in the end. And then they also showed him as a little kid in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, they already showed him.
And now, like, he's a different guy.
It would be one thing if, like, they didn't show him at all and then they picked him, and I would still be annoyed because I don't think that this guy looks like a John Ambrose McLaren kind of guy.
He's not John Ambrose.
No. But the other guy totally looked like John Ambrose. I loved him. And then this guy, he just looks too trendy.
Yeah, he does. He doesn't look...
doesn't look like the kind of guy that's going to dress up in, like, a little Navy uniform and take you to the dance. You know, the dance at the senior home. Like...
Okay, but then also, like, he does not give off the same vibes of, like, the other two guys in the movies. Because, like, and that's also how I feel about them throwing in, like, Ross Butler. Like, Ross Butler does not give the same vibes as those other two guys either. Like, they both, like, these are, like, hot men.
Yeah, this guy looks like he will take you to an Anderson .Paak concert. He doesn't look like he's going to take you to...
He's not going to take you to go visit his grandma.
Yeah.
In a nursing home. For a dance.
Yeah, or like he might take you like to Coachella or something like that. Yeah. Like I feel like that's the kind of guy Jordan Fisher is. I don't know anything about him, but
I feel like he's gonna take you to like a weird vegan restaurant.
Yeah. But he just isn't my
he's not John Ambrose.
Hashtag not my John Ambrose.
He's not my jam.
Hashtag not my jam.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember, okay, so, like, I feel as strongly about this, okay, as I did about the Broderick from
What?
Broderick from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Not my Roderick.
Yeah.
Not my Roderick.
That's how I feel about this. This is not my jam.
Not my Roderick. I had an issue with the casting on the first movie also. Like, two main things was that Noah Centineo and then whatever that other guy is just plays Josh look too similar to me.
In the movie.
Yeah. They look too similar to me to be playing opposite love interests. Like, I feel like my grandma would get them confused and think that they were the same person.
Yeah. I feel like I got them confused. not just grandma.
And I don't think that any of the song girls looked like sisters.
Yeah.
They all looked so different.
Yeah. But I love their dad.
Yes,
their dad is the perfect dad.
Okay, see, my thing is that Lana Condor was the perfect Lara Jean for me. Totally. Like, when I saw her casting, I'm like, that is perfect Lara Jean. And when I saw the dad, I'm like, perfect. Yeah. And then when I saw Kitty and Margot, I'm like, they don't even look like sisters at all. And then same with Josh and Noah Centineo. Yeah. I almost feel like they needed to find somebody else to play Josh. And then I also feel like whoever played Josh should have been playing Peter Kay. That guy.
Yeah, I feel so. I feel like that way because I don't feel like I do think that Noah Centineo did a really good job. Mm-hmm. I think that he's too charismatic to be Peter though, because Peter sucks.
Yeah, I just don't like
and you can't tell that in the movie. In the movie, he seems like he's awesome. And also Ross Butler being Peter's best friend, he looks like a grown man.
I could almost see Ross Butler being Josh.
He's like 35. He's really old, and he looks old. But like he doesn't look old, but he does not look like he should be friends with a 17-year-old.
More like your older sister's boyfriend than the guy who played Josh.
Yeah, I can see that. Because Josh looked like a little 15-year-old boy.
Yeah, he looked so little.
It's like what college girls gonna want to date him.
Yeah, I feel like just Ross Butler looked more like my older sister's boyfriend than whatever his name is who played Josh. I can see that.
So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is the movie for Chaos Walking, Is it just called Chaos Walking?
I think the movie is called Chaos Walking, yeah.
But it's about the series, it's based on the first book of the Chaos Walking trilogy by Patrick Ness, which is The Knife of Never Letting Go, which I really enjoyed. I mean, I read forever ago, so I don't remember anything about it, but I really enjoyed it, and I was excited for the movie, and I do think that Tom Holland is going to make a good...
Yeah,
whatever his name is.
I haven't read anything by Patrick Ness before, but I really like Tom Holland, and I love Daisy Ridley, so when I saw that they both were going to be the cast, I'm like, oh, I'll definitely watch that because I love Daisy Ridley a lot, and I think she's a really good actress, and the same goes with Tom Holland. I think he is really funny, too.
Yeah. But basically, it was supposed to come out in March, and the executives were like, this movie sucks. And then, so they're trying to, like, reshoot it and refilm it to make it good and, like, salvage it, but as of right now, I guess they're not doing anything with that.
I don't know what could, like, be the sucky part of it. Yeah. Like, if you have good actors, then, like, what
made it so horrible?
Yeah, like, what is the awful part about it? Like... Because they said that they have to reshoot a bunch of scenes and stuff, too, is what the article was saying. Yeah. Like, they have to reshoot a lot of it, and...
They're spending $15 million on reshooting, and they only spent $100 million on the movie itself. So like, that's a lot.
More than 10% of the original...
They're reshooting a lot.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, what could have gone so wrong that made it awful. Okay, because it's about, like, it's a dystopian, right, where everyone could see your thoughts or something like that?
It's about, like, it's like a dystopian, but like it's about this boy who lives in a town and there's only men. Like all of the women have died.
It's a quiet spot where you can't.
Yeah, all of the women have died, but like you can hear every person's thoughts. Yeah. You can hear them in your head. Like it's just like.
That's what I wonder, because it's not like it's being shot on a green screen. Like the whole thing is on a green screen where it
like takes place like outside and like. The woods and stuff. Like, it doesn't need to be, like, CGI.
I was thinking, like, maybe if CGI was on the set, but if it's not going to be a book or a movie that's going to be, like, all in front of a green screen, then, like, what would be the issue? Other than if you had a really horrible actor.
Which they're both great.
Yeah. But they're both, like, really good actors, so I don't know. I don't know what the issue could have been.
But just saying, that movie has been in, like, pre-production for, like, 10 years. So, it hasn't been 10 years. It's been a long time. So, like, I'm not surprised that there's more complications with it. I mean, I was surprised that they even actually ever started filming it. So, the next thing that we want to talk about is the ACOTAR Collector's Edition, which is supposed to come out November 5th. Which we're very excited. It's gonna have spray pages.
Yeah, metallic.
Yeah, which I'm very excited because I feel like that's exactly what the Throne of Glass Collector's Edition was missing.
What color do you want it to be?
I don't know what it's going to be, though.
It'll probably be red.
It'll be red.
Because the Throne of Glass Collector's Edition was purple, so...
Yeah.
I'm guessing that the ACOTAR one will probably be red. And the announcement picture was red. I think it's going to be like a deep maroon.
Probably. I don't know. I don't have an opinion about the color.
What color of sprayed pages do you think would look best with the deep maroon?
That's... I don't know. I think gold would look ugly. And I think silver would look ugly.
I think silver is probably going to be what
Can they do red metallic pages? Because that would be dope.
It says it'll have a cloth slip case featuring spectacular foil art on the case and book cover, ribbon pull, brand new interior page designs, metallic end papers, and a newly illustrated map.
Mm.
The only thing that I was really interested in was the map.
Yeah.
I was because I really loved the new map that was in the collector's edition for Throne of Glass, and I was really looking forward to seeing the new map of Prythian that's going to be in this. I'm really excited about it, and I also can't wait to see what the cover looks like because the collector's editions Throne of Glass were pretty cool looking. I didn't love the US one.
I feel like they could have been improved. I feel like there is a huge room for improvement in them, and so I really hope they improve.
Like the only way that it could have been better is if they didn't have any design on the cover and it was just like a really beautiful font of the title. That would have been cool. If they made it look like almost like a classic book.
Yeah. Maybe.
That would have been cool.
So the next book that the last book that we want to talk about is the last book in the Shatter Me series. It's called Imagine Me. We got a name and a release date. It comes out March 3rd, 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And...
Do you like the name?
No.
I hate it.
Yeah, it doesn't go with any of the other names.
Imagine Me. It
Imagine
just sounds,
Me.
it just is very stupid.
Yeah.
We were brainstorming new names.
Yeah.
And we thought of a few that would have been better.
Uh-huh.
End Me? Yeah. End Me. That would have been way better.
Yeah.
It's the last book in all the series. I thought End Me would be way better than Imagine Me.
Yeah. Desire Me could have been alright.
Yeah.
It goes along with the other ones, kind of.
I would have preferred that to Imagine Me.
Yeah,
For
definitely.
sure.
Imagine.
Yeah. It's not my favorite, but I would
Like, what? Okay, Imagine Me, but let's imagine a different name.
I would have much preferred Desire Me to Imagine Me.
Yeah.
And then the other one was Release Me.
Yeah. That would have been, like, perfect.
That would have been the perfect name.
name.
Release Me should have been the title because it goes with the book.
Yeah.
And it would have been the perfect, like, ending arc to Juliet's story.
Yeah.
Release Me. It would have been better.
Yeah.
And I wish that I could tell
You
the
say,
Muffy that she needs
please
to change
the name.
Release Me. That would have been better.
Yeah.
Release me from
Yeah.
this stupid name. Yeah, so that's all of the book news that we had to discuss with you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video because we spent a lot of time making this video. If you guys enjoyed this and you would like to see other book news videos from us, maybe in a few more months when there's been more news that we can talk about, let us know down below and we can definitely make that for you once we find out more announcements, because right now these are most of the new ones that we've had.
Yep.
Or if you had any thoughts or if you agreed or disagreed with us on any of these things, make sure to also let us know down below, because that would be interesting if you very strongly disagreed with us about anything. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my video. Make sure to go check out Jaden's channel, Jaden's Reading Corner. She posts videos. Sometimes.
I post videos.
She posts.
I've posted one
video.
I've posted one and I'm planning on posting more.
She posted a video.
I posted a video.
Go watch her video, and she'll have more soon.
Probably.
Maybe. If she wants to. She's interesting, so go watch her. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next one.
Arrivederci.
And we'll see you in the next one. Bye!